So today I'm gonna try to make a song from start to finish, have a finished product by the end of this day. I'm starting at 13:35. I will be trying to document the day. I'm currently eating breakfast because I just woke up. I'm going to do some mansplaining now. Okay, so the song making process for me is divided up in songwriting, arrangements, and mixing and mastering. The songwriting is based around what kind of lyrics I'm gonna put in. What kind of symbolisms do I want to use? Metaphors, maybe the melody. Like if you were to cover the song, you were to take the songwriting and put it in a different arrangement, if that makes any sense. The arrangement is basically what kind of instruments there are, what kind of chords are there, how do the instruments play, how does this translate over to what our ears hear. And then we have the mixing and mastering segment, which is it's kind of like polishing, if in my eyes. Some producers, they tend to focus a lot on mixing and mastering. I have a lot of respect for those people who do it, but I personally am shit at it, so I heavily rely on that the arrangement itself can carry the weight, whilst the mixing and mastering is just like a little fine touch, maybe some EQ, maybe some hard panning, chorus effects, reverbs, whatever. I'm a bit excited for how this goes when I have such tight time frame. So now it is the songwriting process. I finished my breakfast. I have a song that I'm going to take a lot of inspiration from. It is Hjerteknuser by Kaiser's Orchestra. It is a Norwegian folk rock-ish band. And the song is about a childhood crush, if I understand the lyric correctly. It is about a daughter that is trying to find back her mother. I kind of want to take the theme of that song because it is something that I have experienced myself. Except I got a gay. At that time, I did not know that men could like each other. This is the inspiration, Hjerteknuser. And then I'm going to take a little twist of my own and my own vocabulary. Normally, I would use the phone to write the lyrics, but since I'm using my phone to record this video, I'm gonna use the old pen and paper. By the way, the song is going to be set in a different universe from ours, so it is more like I'm singing in the words of like a hypothetical OC that is going to be separate from me. Just to make that clear, I'm not gonna retell about my crush. Okay, so I got the lyrics and the melody on paper, and on top there it says like the scale degrees I'm gonna sing on, and well, the lyrics stands right there. I spend a lot of time on the chorus specifically because I think that that is going to be like the main part that most people are going to remember the song by, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna go through with the rest of the lyrics and basically work the lyrics around charging up the chorus. Okay, so 3 hours plus minus has passed now, and I think I have the lyrics. It is like disorganized. The chorus first, verse 2 there, and the first verse there. I have also settled down for like a structure, which is going to be very conventional. Verse, chorus, bridge, solo, and chorus. And between the verse and chorus, there's gonna be a pre-chorus thingy. The melody has been written down, kinda-ish. I'm probably gonna sing something different when I get in the recording booth. But yeah, I also have like some ideas of the chords that will play there, because I also think with the chords in my mind when I am writing the melody-ish. Getting a little bit into the technical stuff, the rhyme patterns I like to use is often like cross-rhyming. So it means that the rhyme pattern would be like A, B, A, B. And if I cannot do A, B, A, B, that is X, A, X, A. As for the melodies though, I think about singability in the choruses. I use the pentatonic scale a lot. So that means like Do, Re, Mi. I skip the Fa, Sol, and La, and I skip the Ti. I spam a lot of those consonant degrees because they also work very well in extensions of chords. Like for example, pentatonic scale works very well with choruses. And sometimes I like to. So now we're at the arrangements, like instrumentation part. So I am thinking rock band, period. This is a rock song. and it feels like a rock song, and I am envisioning that it is like a full band. So it will be like the bass, the guitar, the drum sets. I don't have a drum set on me, so it will be recorded on like MIDI drum sets, unfortunately. Maybe some keys to like emphasis, but I haven't gone to like the glitter yet. So I will probably like add that after I record the vocals. I will record band instruments first. I was thinking that in verses we would tackle between like 4 for 2 bars, and then we go 6 for 1 bar and 5 for 1 bar. And at the chorus we go full J-pop slash J-rock. 4, 5, 3, 6, the Royal Road progression. Any questions of like clarification of whatever that I talk about, ask me in the comments. I will try my best to answer. This is like what's in my mind. It's very chaotic. It's very theory, boom. Okay, I got the drum pattern for at least what's it called, chorus and verse 2 ready. So now I'm just gonna work on the bass and the guitar. Both lead and rhythm. Hello! Okay, now I'm gonna go record the bass parts, and you're probably gonna hear me mansplain something in the final video, because this is not gonna be very interesting to watch. So you have something to see whilst I'm explaining some things. So the way I recorded the bass is I had a jack cable plugged into the bass and a jack cable plugged into an interface. I use a Scarlett something, I forgot the name of it, I'll put it on the screen later. I put an EQ and a really aggressive compressor after that to get like a very DI sound. For most of the song I play fingerstyle, except for when it is like some parts of the chorus and the bridge. There I slap instead, because I am a sucker for slapping. I really like slapping bass. After I record something that I'm like quite pleased with, I do a very big no-no, which is quantizing. I like quantizing, it sounds good, but the thing with quantizing is that it will sound pretty bad if I don't phrase or have at least okay-ish timing. This is bleeding a little bit into mixing, but since I had so little time in the projects, I also did mixing where I could do it on the spots instead of doing everything at the end. Okay, I think that I have most of the bass lines, if not all of the bass lines, recorded now. And now I'm gonna move over to the rhythm guitar. Yeah! Before I start recording, I can probably tell you like the settings for what I'm recording the rhythm guitar with. I have a Les Paul because I am a spoiled motherfucker. I have it on the neck pickup on single coil because I like the sound of that in rhythm guitar. Turn the tone all the way, crank it to the maximum because we're still in rock. See you later. In the choruses I played jazz chords with a little bit of crunch from the digital amplifier I have on Logic. This is very common in J-pop because if I have too much crunch or too much distortion, then you will not hear all of the tones in the chord itself. I played this chord in a very funky rhythm in the chorus because I want it to be like very up-tempo, very high energy, and I'm gonna scream my lungs out kinda vibe. First verse, I have hanging tones over the vocals. Second verse, I have chugging on something that is called a double powered chord, or at least I like to call it double power chord. It's basically where I like stack 2/5 on top of each other, so it makes like a 9-no-3 sound. Mixing wise, it's mono when I don't have the choruses, and hard panning left and right at the chorus. Okay, now I finished the rhythm guitar, so now I need to go do the lead guitar. I see that I have very little time left, so I need to kind of rush this before I run to the university to record the audio. Okay, so now I am going to record the lead guitar. So the lead guitar tone, I'm going to do humbuckers. crank up the tone of everything. And I have it on the bridge pickup this time. It sounds pretty aggressive when put through a high gain amp. I'm not a lead guitarist originally. I like to play chords, but I'll figure something. I'll show you when I finish. Like I said previously, I'm no lead guitarist, so I really just had to wing it with like what I wanted to play. For most part of the songs, I just straight up said, okay, I don't need lead guitar here. Shut up. Play nothing. And that works amazing. At the choruses, the second chorus, not the first chorus, I doubled the melody and I did some like lead lines, some broken chords. And at the second pre-chorus, I played something I called Little Angry Guy, which is like full distortion, funk rhythm, and pump out octaves. It sounds really aggressive. It sounds like a little angry guy, and you'll understand when I show it to you. It sounds like this. Yeah, it's a little angry guy, okay? For the solo, I did a jazz fusion solo that was very rock leaning instead of jazz leaning. I followed the chords, focusing on the third and the sevenths as the target tones, and I did some scale walking because I did not feel like a shredder that day. Okay, so I think that I have most of the lead guitar voices ready. It is sufficient, and I think that it is very, very good enough. So now I am going to take the computer and the soundbox thingy and the microphone and some wires and probably a charger to the phone because it has been recording for several hours now. And then we're gonna move over to the university for me to scream because I don't want to disturb the neighbors around me. I've disturbed them enough by screaming into this. Okay, so when I arrive at the university, I will have about 1.5 hours to finish all of the vocals because I kind of miscalculated a little bit how much time I had when I was writing the song, like the songwriting process. So now I have shot myself a little bit in the foot by like limiting it by into one day. I would normally have been more on the what's called arrangement part, probably like try to listen multiple times to see what is missing, what I can add, what I can reduce. But now I need to just crunch through the project and have at least a demo-worthy product, I guess you can call it, for audio file song. Shit. Holy shit. Okay, so I succeeded. It was difficult charisma check. And I got access to the building when I was not supposed to be here. But okay, since I'm here, I think that I can only do the chorus vocals and then I'm gonna bail because I only got 1 hour from now on and onwards. So the rest of the song is probably gonna have to be covered by Tetto. Still, a little fucked, very fucked actually. But you know what? I can make it. You're about to witness the biggest lock-in of the century. Right here. Okay, vocals, all vocals in 1 hour. I got this. For vocals, the main thought was, okay, chorus, fortissimo, everywhere else mezzo piano-ish. I realized that 1 hour was much more than I anticipated it would to be, so I was able to recall all of the vocals instead of just the choruses. So when I recorded the vocals, I focused on phrasing primarily. And if I can hit the pitch approximately, that is also a super plus because less tuning, the better. When recording the vocals, I did sing some notes that was not written down, and I said some words that was also not written down, but these stuff happens throughout the process when like I do the thing itself, I realize, oh wait, this word probably fits better than that word. And this metaphor is kind of cheesy, so I'm gonna replace it with another metaphor. Stuff like that. But having a framework that I had from beforehand from the songwriting process really helps instead of having to sing from literally nothing. I will have to speed run going home and do the fastest vocal tuning I've ever done. Holy shit. We're now about to witness the most intense lock-in session I've ever had. Here I noticed that the vocals were like genuinely okay. It was not super bad. So I ended up spending a lot of time to just basically pitch the vocals so that it hit the correct pitch. All the phrasing was acceptable. And you know what? Acceptable is super good in such a tight time frame. As for the vocal processing, I did EQ, hard compression. Sometimes I had a little bit of a bit crusher when I wanted an edge, but it is supposed to be barely noticeable. Never mind. It seems like I don't need tattoo at all. This is this is much better than I anticipated. I thought it was gonna be hot garbage. It is a little bit hot garbage, but it is like the good kind of hot garbage. The hot garbage I can work with. So now I'm just gonna like go full in and commit to the recordings I've gotten. The rest of the mixing and mastering was aimed towards EQing, automation, probably some like balancing between the vocals and the rest of the instruments. I give the vocals like a monopoly over certain frequencies. I think it is 2500 this time. That is where the vocals gets boosted by like +9 or +6. I'm not sure, but it is plus by a lot. And the rest of the instruments take a heavy dip at that range. On the master, I put a purple noise EQ that I call it for. That looks like this. Yeah, it's very silly, but it has been working for a while. And a compression that makes sure that nothing peaks. Well, it is a compressor and a limiter, technically speaking, but it is the same plugin. Okay, I think I got at least a acceptable version. I said that I was gonna like make Teto sing this, but no, I liked it. I liked my own recordings. It was genuinely like not that bad, not as bad as I thought it was. I'm sorry for everyone who like listens to this. This is gonna like blast your ears. I am finished with this rendition of the song, and I will export it, and you will hear when this video gets uploaded. I present to you pair of cigarettes. Enjoy. With sticks and stones I'd break some bones if their fists got too near. You'd push them off, carry me away unto my woods would and I lost the count of all the times we got each other's rears. We would hang out every day in the guise of being friends. Below the autumn leaves delivered by the breeze, there we would draw homework game or do nothing at all. The sound of crashing waves, your pretty smiling face, and asymptotical. Your parents never let you out since when they found about us. I wonder if they would allow it if I was a girl. We hid in father's canoe lying prone so no one could see. Away from everyone, the snares, the lesson names they would hurl. Below the autumn leaves, delivered by the breeze, there we would draw home a game or do nothing at all. The sound of crashing waves, your pretty smiling face, and asymptotical. And call me your dear. I wish that I could stick
staring to the skies. We wear a pair of cigarettes in their eyes. I'll be your cigarette wearing no disguise.
Okay, so it's now the next day and it has gone some time from when I finished the project thingy. I did do some unwinding, like talk with friends, scroll, draw even. Come to think of it, I should probably like do a post-project evaluation. One thing I missed, humanize the drums. The only MIDI thing that I had, I forgot to humanize. That's a little bit of a oversight. The studio work itself, I got really distracted at several occasions. It's like I listened to the songs, I started vibing with it, I started like conducting like this kind of stuff. Objectively, it is unnecessary to the goal itself. But that was my way of having fun throughout like this project thingy, because if I were to like fixate on I need to get this project done now, then I'd probably like in my head
Not talking to a therapist.
Metaphorically, I am not
Avoiding mental health.
vocal techniques. I did not warm up. Consequence of like going straight to it. Terrible mistake. I should probably have spent some time to warm up my vocal cords. I'm happy with the song. The songwriting is cheesy, but I dig it. I like it a little cheesy. It's very... I don't know how to put it in words. Arrangement parts, very simplified. I kind of like it that it is so simple, but the ending, like the last chorus, felt a little bit bare compared to the rest of the song. The fact that I recorded myself didn't affect me that much as I thought that it would. Half the time I was not aware that there was a camera recording at all. I was just like focused. Would I do this again? Yes, and I would be better prepared. Maybe do a bigger time interval, like the entire day, so I would wake up at a reasonable hour to not, you know, only have 10 hours to work with the song. Do I recommend it to people? Yesn't. Am I happy with the result? For it to be 10 hours, absolutely yes. I would personally not call that a full song that I would release, but I think that I want to release it as a part of this project thingy. It was fun. It was hectic. It tested my musicality a lot. There is much less pro action and more reaction, and to see what you react to is also your intuition's way of screaming what you have learned or embodied in another way. I think that I am going to go to bed now, and I will see you all when I've released the video.